What we found with Bill was that his instincts were so perfect and so aligned with the way Andy saw Pennywise.
Is this your vote? It's a nice vote. Thanks.
Even just to audition for this part was fun for me, because it was just like, do your interpretation of what you think the clown would be.
Well, I'm Bob Gray. Pennywise to my friends. What do they call you?
Georgie.
Georgie. Now we aren't strangers, are we?
There was a strange balance that he brought, a strange energy, because he's very childlike. He has these big eyes, sort of childish, cute face, but he brings a darkness that is very, very unsettling. He can play this ambiguity, this dichotomy very well. It comes very easy to him. He understands it.
I did a screen test in Toronto with a very basic clown makeup. I mean, it wasn't even prosthetics or anything. They just, kind of a bald cap and like, it looked like Krusty the Clown.
He's for Pennywise, ripe fear, no fright, belly full of blood-dripping dread.
It was hard for me to figure out what the character looked or moved like or anything, because such a big part of it is the makeup and the costume. And I didn't know what that would be or how it would look or how it would feel to have on you. So going into it, I kind of really broke down the character kind of intellectually, like what I think this entity is, but I couldn't really physically become him until I got all the makeup and the costume on. So that was a very important piece for me to kind of, the first time I got to see the makeup on, to see how my face moved and what certain things looked like, and then the same thing with the costume.
How is it? What's the transformation?
Oh, what if I should never find someone so incomparably suitable and wealthy?
What if he's suitable, but you don't feel yourself with him?
Dido, he understood me. And whenever he looked at me, I somehow felt right in this world. I am certain his affections were growing for me, and I am certain of my own love.
Oh, Beth, stop it. It is not love.
Dido, you stop it, won't you? You know no more of love than I myself, do you? Do you?
No.
What right do you have to name what I'm feeling than me? I've heard nothing from him since the ball, Dido. I was certain an announcement would be made any day. But he meant it this time.
Then he is not a man of his word. I will help you find the kindest, most wonderful of husbands, and I shall ask Papa to use a portion of my inheritance for your dowry.
You would do that for me?
Bet anything for you.
Dido. I have been of the mind state these last few days that it is my little means that has delayed James in making his approach.
I think you may be right.
Well, then I cannot thank you enough. Oh, I will tell Papa to write immediately to Lady Ashford.
No.
No?
James Ashford is not kind. He's not a man to give your life or your dowry to.
Then your gift comes with conditions.
No.
What then?
Well, I'm trying to make you see he is not appropriate.
Appropriate? The brother of the man you are to marry is not appropriate for me.
He doesn't desire you, Bet. At least even if he does, you would regret such a mistake. He laid his hands on me, Bet, in the most ungentlemanly fashion.
Why should you say such a thing?
The semblance. He hurt me.
You are a liar.
Why would I lie to you?
I don't know. But can't you see? He would never touch you.
Bet?
You are beneath him.
I'm beneath him?
Yes, you are. You...
What? Tell me, what am I, Bet?
You are illegitimate. Have you never wondered why you're not permitted to eat with our guests?
We're set. And action.
Oh, Mr. Stark, you have been described by some as a Da Vinci for our time. What do you have to say about that?
Da Vinci, ridiculous. I don't paint.
Oh, and what do you have to say about the fact that Stark Weapons is responsible for millions of deaths since World War II?
Oh boy, let me guess. Berkeley? Ms.
Miss Summer, and it's Brown.
Okay. Well, listen, Ms. Brown. It's an imperfect world, but it's the only one we've got. I assure you the day weapons are no longer needed to keep the peace all happily transist to manufacturing bricks and beams for baby hospitals, making hemp pants and the like. But until that time, can I get you a drink?
You rehearse that much?
Yeah, every night in front of the mirror before bed. Why, is it stale?
Well, I can picture that.
I could show you firsthand.
Sorry, I don't laugh at your jokes. I haven't been paid to, like all the DoD fat cats in this place, Mr.
So
Stark.
I'm gonna stick around. You'll be on payroll soon enough. Call me Tony.
I'm sorry, Tony. I was looking for a more serious answer.
Okay, you're serious. My old man had a philosophy. Peace by definition means having a bigger stick than the other guy, so I feed the good dog. We arm the good guys because you can be sure as shit someone's arming the bad guys.
Nice justification coming from the guy selling the sticks.
You mean my father? My father, who was commended by FDR for working on the Manhattan Project, who helped defeat the Nazis?
Well, others call it war profiteering.
This is a rhetorical question, no need for a response. Tell me, do you plan to run any pictures of all the millions that we've saved by advancing medical technology or kept from starvation with our telecrops? Or are you going to ignore all those advances that were spawned from military funding?
Wow. Wow, you really have all of this down. You ever lose an hour of sleep your whole life?
I gotta tell you, is that thing wrong? You're never gonna get me in the sack with that attitude. Crudité?
Mark.
Crazy.
Okay. Done. Done. You're still Buckingham Palace. What do we got? What, I gotta break out the psyops? There it is. There's a smile. It's okay. Yeah, so it's natural. Less muscles to smile. Seriously. I gotta hand it to you guys. Every single one of you deserves a medal. I shit you not.
Thank you.
Mr. Stark.
Please call me Tony. I mean, seriously, here you are. You're sweating balls in the desert. You're fighting for our freedom back home. And it's ghastly. The conditions. There's not a woman in sight.
I'm a woman.
Yes. Clearly, although I retract that statement, I'd like to admit that. God, so I went to kid you back home. I got them in rotation, like pitchers. What do you got? What do you got? What's getting you through the cold nights, huh? Don't ask, don't tell.
Jimmy met a goat.
He did.
Hey, at least it's a girl. Okay.
You know what? That's jealousy. Can you smell that? At least you're a one-goat man. It's hard to come by.
One goat man.
All kidding aside. There's a lot of us doing well back home. We owe a tremendous amount to your sacrifice. I know I'm just a schmuck in the suit who's going to take off in a helicopter in 20 minutes, but there's not much I can do for you, but I'm going to show you a good time. That's something I'm highly decorated for.
Good enough.
I got something special planned for you boys, girls, back at the base.
Great.
But there's one condition. You ready? Will you comply, soldier? Sure. Jimmy, you get first dibs on the petting zoo. You like that? Sometimes they don't hit. That's all. I'm out here. I'm shooting. In my own special way.
And action.
So who else knows about this?
Nobody. Well, as always, there's a chance Pepper might know. I probably think, yeah, Pepper knows everything.
Yeah, well, this is quite a feat of engineering.
It should be a real breakthrough as the power supply rest just kind of built itself.
I tell you, if you made a couple of these for the military, I can probably make all those problems go away.
Oh, nice. You know, if I hand this over 5 years, we'll be fighting against these things.
I disobeyed a direct order.
Oh, is that what I did?
A direct order to keep them from blowing you out of the sky.
Next time I may not have that same result.
Maybe next time you scramble F-22s against me, I just might not play defense.
Are you threatening me?
Weapons that I built are being used to kill innocent people. Can't let that happen.
What happened to you?
I don't remember.
Professor will help you with that.
Yeah, so he said.
Do you mind? I'd like to take a look inside you.
I'm sorry
For what?
if I hurt you. It's what you see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey kid, are you running again? You got any money?
No.
Okay. Well, let me give you some free advice. Okay, when the conductor comes along here, go behind in the toilet. That way you won't have to pay.
I'm a freak.
Yeah, well, welcome to the club. You know, I woke up one day in a forest, in the middle of nowhere, and I didn't know where these came from. Listen.
Well,
Yeah. I always looked at this power I had as a curse. Okay? And when I first knew about it, I didn't think I'd be able to live it. But I can't even show you the scars from all the times I tried to kill myself, okay? Because they just disappeared. When you touched me, when I was a nightmare, with no healing ability to arrive, that was the closest to death I've ever been. And I realized I didn't like it. Okay, you're a powerful girl, Brooke. And I understand if that frightens you. As much as I hate to admit, these people, the school, if you don't get help from them, then your power is going to be your curse. It will plague you. Understand? Get out.
Yikes.
Get out.
Where am I supposed to go?
I don't know. Get out.
You don't know or you don't care?
Pick one. Get out. Look, I think there's a town about 20 miles up.
So what's your name?
Logan, what's yours?
Rogue.
So what kind of a name is Rogue?
What kind of a name is Logan? Hey, is this your wife? I think she's pretty.
Yeah.
So, how long have you known?
Known what?
That you had, that you were, like me.
I'm not like you.
Oh, right. You're just a normal, everyday clog.
Listen, kid, about the only thing you've done to endear yourself to me is to get me into a fight, so listen to me. Shut up.
Were you really going to kill that guy?
I don't know. Okay, I was just making it up as I go along.
I've been here almost 7 years now. Of course, Scott's been here the longest.
And you've been doing what exactly?
Studying, teaching, learning to develop my own abilities.
Which are?
Telekinesis. I can move objects with my mind. I also have some telepathic ability, but...
Oh yeah, like the ball guy.
my telepathy is nowhere near as powerful as Professor Xavier's, but sometimes, if I make a strong enough connection, if you don't mind, it's for DNA stamping. The more we know about you, the more we can figure out what Magneto's interest in you might be. Plus, I study mutations. It's sort of a hobby of mine. That's a remarkable gift you have.
Oh, yeah. I'm real lucky.
Is this where the... Shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to, let's start with, it's a remarkable gift you have, but instead of playing cynical, play it actually this one. Play it a little. Because it's not for you, you don't know where it comes from. It's sort of a torture. And it's for DNA stamping. The more we know about you, the more we can figure out what Magneto's interest in you might be. Plus I study mutations. It's sort of a hobby of mine. It's a remarkable gift you have.
Oh, yeah. I'm real lucky.
Tell me, is this with what happened to you?
I don't remember.
Try it again, but really not accessible here. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My feel is this. I think when she starts drawing blood and talking about this, and she starts saying it's,
he backs off.
Like even when, in a weird way, I think when she takes the blood and it sort of seals up, it embarrasses him in some way.
Oh, okay.
I think this whole thing embarrasses him.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's just and almost when he pops the claws on her, it's sort of like, is this where the? And he just kind of looks at her, and it's like,
oh yeah. Okay.
This is
okay.
You know.
Don't go here.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah. None of this is this. You think, you know.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
So.
I also how. Orders.
Is it mine? Oh,
yes. Yeah, I'm reading your mind.
Good.
That was my little.
That was good.
Mind reading invitation.
You want to go back to that?
What's happening is here. Just it's a little. It's getting a little. You're getting a little theatrical. You're kind of stepping up the voice into more, I guess, into something. You know, and it's really. The thing I'm looking at is playing it, is being able to play it.
It's
deep, you know.
Oh yeah.
And,
okay. Sure.
But let's go one more time with this individual things. It's just I'm in shooting mode, so I'm like, okay, take two, pick it up from. But,
I want to see this on this line, and that on that. Hey, you want to do the last scene?
The last scene?
No.
Oh no. No. See, I'm not the language. It bothers me only because this language I've changed. Yeah, and he's, you know, and also trying to make his investigative. I think there's a lot of stuff he doesn't want to know, and yet at the same time he helps beg exposition from for the story, and he helps beg question. You know, he makes questions for people to answer, but yet it can't seem obvious. It has to be like, you know, that's why if you, it's did you put a flip on the line? So what's your name? You made a joke of that line? Yes. There's one line.
Well, it just seems strange that he answers her.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So I figured, Logan, what's yours?
Exactly. So that kind of thing, yeah. Because clearly you don't want to ever give up too much. In fact, the idea of the guy reading your mind and discovering your past is not too enlightening. And that's why, you know, so he said, it's, you know, he can help you with that. It's kind of like, you know, there are other losses you're dealing with, the loss of your whole truck and all your belongings and all that's gone, and here you are in this place, and that's going to be, you know, I'm selling the audience a big concept of you staying there, but you've been transported this distance, and there's a bit of intrigue and some attraction with the woman, she, things like that.
Well, there's a kind of side to him too that's got. He enjoys that too. He enjoys the adventure of it. As reluctant as he is to get into it. So in that, going back to that earlier scene with Jean, really what he's playing there, what Wolverine's, she sees his vulnerability, his weakness, about anything to do with himself, about his idiosyncrasy, anything. So it's really sort of defensive, pulling back to the point of, don't do this. Okay.
It's kind of a shyness makes him, and I think that's going to be the parts that's going to be what's going to make him sympathetic. Is he's not necessarily a nice guy, but there's a, again, he helped the girl out. He feels responsible for her and things like that.
Sure.
But, alright. Well, I gotta spin my wheels now.
Okay, bud.
And see how things go on the other thing.
Hello, Jack.
Hi.
Could I speak to you?
Yes. Of course, that'd be great.
I wanted to thank you.
Oh, thank you. I mean, thank you for thanking me. I mean, you're welcome.
I feel like such an idiot. Took me all morning to get up the nerve to face you.
I'm not an idiot. But, yeah, if you wouldn't let go of that railing, you would have been a first-class idiot.
Yes, a first-class idiot. Would you really have jumped after me?
I don't know.
An honest answer.
Well, I might have. It just popped into my head. I was trying to get you to do something.
Yes. People are always trying to get me to do something. To do what they think is best.
Just out of curiosity, do you have a name?
Rose.
Rose.
Rose DeWitt Bicator.
I may have to get you to write that down. Rose. Is that short for something? Rosemary? Rosalula?
No.
Rosalina?
Stop. No, it's just Rose. A simple little flower without a thought in its head.
No. Roses are very complex, actually. Have you ever torn one apart? The petals just get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, but it's still a rose. Down to infinity. And, it's the only flower that can draw blood. Mm-hmm.
What's this?
This is just some sketches.
May I?
Sure.
Oh, Jack. These are quite good.
You like them?
Yeah, really, they are.
I didn't think too much of them in Paris.
Ooh, you do get around, Mr. Dawson. Well. These were drawn from life?
Oh, yes. It's one of the good things about Paris. There's a lot of girls that are willing to be models.
Oh. Well, you like this woman. You've used her several times.
She's beautiful hands.
I think you must have had a love affair with her.
No. Just with their hands.
Some of her soul is in this one. You have a gift, Jack?
Yeah.
You see people. You see? How sad the lines are.
That's you. Yesterday, you were feeding hats to the fish.
It is me. So that's why you were staring at me so rudely. You're forgiven.
Accepted.
Oh, God. You know, more and more, I dream about chucking it all in and becoming an artist and living in a garret, poor but free.
You wouldn't survive 2 days.
I would.
Hot water.
I would love it.
Last time I had caviar was.
Listen, Buster, I hate caviar. And I'm tired of people dismissing my dreams with a chuckle and a pat on the head.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey. Is that why? I mean, is that why you're not happy?
I know what you're thinking. Poor little rich girl. What does she know about misery?
I didn't say that.
It's okay, it's just... I don't know how to say it. But it's like... Sometimes it's like I've vanished. Like I've ceased from being the subject of my own life to become the object of others. I sit before you, the product of the very best girls' schools, which are nothing but machines for compressing the soul into the smallest possible area.
I promise I'll never dismiss one of your dreams ever again. Cross my heart up to die.
Oh, good. It's like, as long as I play the role of the China doll, everything's fine. If I open my mouth to express an opinion on something that matters, they look at me like my hair is on fire. Oh, and God forbid I should be unhappy in my perfect, gleaming world. Nobody knows a thing that's inside of me.
So what, you just decided to go down to the fantail and practice your high diving?
Oh, yes. I'll show them. Teach them not to listen. They'll sure be sorry.
Yeah, they'll be sorry and you'll be dead.
Silly little girl. Too much champagne and Shelley. Oh, God. I am such an utter fool. Sorry.
Just not do it again.
Yes, Mr. Dawson.
So Cal, he's your boyfriend.
Fiancé.
God, that thing. We're going straight to the bottom.
No, I heard that you were meaning to get in touch with me, but then I heard you were dead. And I also heard that you were a king and various other things. But the fact is, Loki, you and I are not the sort people understand. The sort people fear. Now I got the information that I need, and now I have to break your neck. It's just the way it is. I'm just a messenger.